we saw in this past election, sadly, we ain't ready. That's why I'm like, don't even look at me about running, because you all are lying. You're not ready for a woman. You are not. So don't waste my time. You know, we got a lot of growing up to do. And there's still, sadly, a lot of men who do not feel like they can be led by a woman, and we saw it.
She's right, so stop nominating me.
And now the headlines. Michelle Obama says the country is not ready for a woman president. That is from CNN. Let us go to the next one. This is USA Today, and it says, we ain't ready. Michelle Obama says the country doesn't want a woman president. I have a ton of thoughts. Let's get right into it. First off, thank you so much for being here. My name is Sylvie, and I'm a startup founder and content creator. Some of you may have known me from the scholarships video that I've been doing, but that has morphed now into an entire startup by itself with a team behind it. So definitely go and follow us on LinkedIn and support us as much as possible. On this channel, I am taking you behind the scenes of startup life, how we are building the startup, navigating life as a first-time founder, and also commentaries on recent events. So if you're new here, welcome. Please do well to subscribe, like this video, and as we go along, share your thoughts in the comment section, because I really want to hear from you. We are going to start this by having a conversation about which countries in the world actually have female leaders. And when I'm talking about female leaders, I am not talking just about the president. There are some countries that, based off of how the system works, they have like a prime minister, and that prime minister is like head of government. So we are going to consider that person also like the female leader in the country, right? So let us go through the list. I have a long list for you all. We have Ukraine. Of course, the president is Zelensky, but the prime minister is a lady called Yulia, and some other names, so we can continue from there. Ukraine, Honduras, Dominica, St. Vincent and Grenadines, Tunisia, Japan, Tanzania, Australia, Vatican City, Namibia, Slovenia, Malta, Barbados, Denmark, Canada, St. Kitts and Nevis, Moldova, DRC, Suriname, Lithuania, Marshall Islands, Iceland, North Macedonia, Italy, Belize, Latvia, India, Bahamas, Mexico, New Zealand, Trinidad and Tobago, Liechtenstein, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, Bosnia and Herzegovina, right? So those are the list of countries that have some kind of women, sort of woman in power, like president or prime minister. And I was thinking to myself, why is the US not ready for a female leader, like a woman president? What? Because the US is this country that practically takes democracy to all parts of the world, and apparently is a leader at how the world should be headed, and sort of try to export their values to all parts of the world, right? So why is it the case that in this particular thing, where we would think that a very progressive, forward-leading country that aims to lead the world and share its principles and values and have everybody follow those principles, will be the first to be like, look at us, we are grown enough to be able to have a woman lead us? But you can see that back to back, the country has not gotten to that point. And I was trying to figure out, why is that the case? So let us talk about it. Number one, the way the systems are set up. In so many parts of the world, you have like the ruling party, and that party now elects its leader, and the leader of that party becomes the leader of the entire country. So because of that, if there is like a prominent lady in the party who is actually active, and the party thinks that she is good enough, or maybe she goes through all the other candidates and wins over, she becomes the leader of the party. And because she becomes the leader of the party, she becomes the leader of the entire country. This is very different from the US system, where they have two main political parties. You have to win above 50% vote in order to get to that place of being like the president of the country. And because of that, sort of the population of the country has to get to that point where they agree that they are going to want this particular woman person to be their leader, this female to be the female president. Like, it has to be plus 51% of the country. So it's sought through that we are able to get some kind of a visual as to the American mindset of the regular people. Because if 51% of the people cannot get to the point of saying that, well, we want a woman to lead us, then you are like, oh, this tells a lot about you people. But the thing is, in other countries, it can actually also be the case. But because it is like this party system where the leader comes out of the party, maybe if they went through and said, let the whole population vote, and then maybe we are going to see that I am actually very, very sure that if you put this like in the free market and let all countries vote for their prime minister, we are going to see that the world as a whole has not gotten to the point where people are comfortable enough to have female leaders, like women leaders. The next thing, I think so many people around the world, just as Michelle Obama said, that many men still feel uncomfortable having women as leaders. If you look through the last couple of years, you've had this growth in these traditional wives, and actually men from different parts of the Western world going to Eastern Europe in order to get wives. Some of them going to Japan and Asia. Why? Because they said they are looking for a traditional wife and a woman who is dressed modest, who will take care of the house duties. There is still that sense of men have not gotten to that point where they feel comfortable by empowered women. And when women are leaders, a good number of men feel threatened. So she's really right. Men have not yet gotten to that point where they are comfortable to have a woman leader, and that is just the facts. Next thing is, when you look at political ads in the US, you see a lot of male dominant figures who are sort of militaristic. Even when you look at when MTG was running, she was going around with a huge gun, and that sense of masculine traits of you have to be this militarized person. And so because of that, there is that idea, it feels like there is the idea of leadership and masculinity, which is sort of intertwined to the point where when you have a woman who is running for president and is not presenting herself as this person who is sort of ready to pick up a gun and go to war and fight people, then there is the idea that that is not leadership. America really equates leadership to masculine characteristics. So when they are able to see that, oh, you have those masculine characteristics, then they are able to give you a pass. Or if you are a woman who has sort of served in some wars or done some things with reference to the military, it feels like they are a little bit more comfortable to be like, okay, she was a combat veteran, she was this. So because of that, we do not mind putting her in a position of power, which is a very American thing. Because why would you, like, running a country is leadership skills, but when you align leadership skills to masculine and then sort of link it to the military, like if you have some military experience, then you can pass for being a good leader. That does not work at all. Also, when you see how female presidential candidates are judged compared to their male counterparts, you can see the double standards that is glaring there. You will see people say that, oh, it is the way she talks, oh, it is the way she moves, it is the way she dresses, oh, she has a lot of baggage on her, oh, she's not able to communicate well, she has a lot of things around her. But then you look at their male counterparts and they are actually the same. Communication is like at 0%. They are brash, they are harsh, they say some vile things, and still they are able to give them, like, the population is able to give them a pass. And in the case of Trump, they'll be like, oh, it's locker room talk. It is easy for men to be able to sort of have a pass with reference to their past actions, the way they communicate, the way they even interact with both the public and their past compared to their female counterparts. Now let's throw in another thing in the mix. Number one, you have the woman who is going to be judged harshly, and then now throw in the race thing into it. It is not just a woman, it is now a black woman. And we can have the conversation about, oh, is she a black woman in the case of Kamala Harris or whatever, and people are talking about, oh, is she really a black woman? Is she? Listen, y'all need to go read your history. Have you ever heard about the 1% rule, where if there was 1% of black blood inside someone, that person was considered black? So if you're someone going around, you have 1% black blood in you, and you're like, I don't think I'm black. Guess what? When push comes to shove, you are going to be judged as a black woman. Then she chooses to present herself as, I'm a black woman. Now people are clutching their pearls and asking, is she really a black woman? Is she really a black woman? Y'all really need to knock it out. That aside, you have this layer of a woman where there is already that perception of how they are judged. They are in this system where everyone is throwing in their votes individually, not a parliamentary system that can sort of help them work their way to the top. And how men have not yet gotten to that point of being comfortable being, of course, partner with women, let alone women leading the case. So now you have this already 3 things stacked against those women, and then you throw now in the third one, the fourth one, and that is the race issue. Black woman running against whoever it is that it is, and in this case, of course, with Trump, it was a white man. Like, society is not ready for that. And of course, many people have said that, oh, when President Obama was there, Michelle Obama was way famous than him. The Democratic establishment liked her. So many people liked her. The country will vote for her. Many people have said that. But if push comes to shove and Michelle Obama says that, okay, I am now going to run, you are going to hear whatever things that are going to be dicked up about her. Like, even just when it was her husband being the president, a lot is still being said about her. And then just imagine her going to the point of running for president. So when you put all of the things that are stacked up against women and then you throw in the race card there, I definitely think that she is not going to get a chance at winning, regardless of what people say or whatever it is that the idea is that, oh, women can be president. Black women, I think they're not ready for that yet. And just to wrap this up, I think that the politics of left wing and right wing is not a very good system. You can always not just be either one thing or the other. Many of us are on a spectrum, like versions of this. We like a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. So if you have maybe a playing field where there are like 3-4 women running for president, then we can have a shot at, okay, let us judge them by their merits and we can choose. But in this case, it's either always one person or the other. So you find people choosing, maybe in their perspective, the lesser of two evils. And I think that should not always be the case. That entire system of either this or that, A or B, left or right, is definitely not a good system. And I prefer the parliamentary system, although it does not reflect the thoughts of the entire population. But I feel like women are able to sort of easily make their way to the top compared to those that are in the systems where it is either left or right. That polarization really makes it hard for people to either choose, and also everything else that surrounds female candidates. What do you all think? Do you think America is ready to have a female president? Do you think Michelle Obama can win if she runs to be the president of the United States? I do not think so. The gender lens, the race lens, I don't think she's going to make it. But what do you all think? Let me know in the comment section, and I am going to see you all in the next one. Peace.